Hello and welcome back everyone, this is Deus Ex Part 3. Let's take the subway. And let's meet up with Paul in Hell's Kitchen.
They're shooting. Why do they keep shooting?
I have no idea. Anyways, read through this if you want. And finally, let's hack this open. I'm on extra credits. $262 credits. Odd number. But hey, I'll take it. Oh, Paul.
What's the situation here? You're taking over. I've got to get my team ready to raid the warehouse. What about the EMP field? Still in place. Your primary objective will be to locate and disable its power source. Probably an industrial-sized generator in a large building. I'll question some of the locals. I ordered the civilians to take cover a block south of here in the Free Clinic and at the Underworld Tavern, down on the corner. Maybe I'll start with the tavern. Why'd you have to clear the street? There's still a heavy NSF presence in the streets, and we're taking some fire. We could use your help if you get the chance. Maybe I'll do that. If you need any extra equipment, here's the key to my place at the Ton Hotel. Check the secret closet. Remember? The keypad's behind the painting. Just like the movies. Second floor, right? Yeah, and take a charger for the riot prod. We don't need another Anna Navarra shooting spree. Whatever you say. And JC, we'll be waiting for you to take down that EMP field.
Yep, we got the key and the charger. Now let's get going. Hell's Kitchen.
We're getting reports of a hostage situation in the Ton Hotel, which is at the southeast corner of the block. When you stayed with Paul, did you meet Mr. Renton and his daughter Sandra? We think at least one of them is still inside.
So anyways, that's the Underworld Tavern. We're going to be visiting it momentarily.
What I'm telling you, girl.
You said I didn't have...
Good night. Also, sort of shotgun. I don't bloody need it.
Thanks!
Sucks to get backed into a corner.
I was trying to find the back way into Smugglers.
Smuggler?
Hey, you shouldn't have took down Johnny. Soon as Jojo finds out.
Who's this Jojo?
You can't touch Jojo. He doesn't go out, and there's only 2 ways to the warehouse.
Warehouse?
You think he can sneak into Osgood's at the park, but in the first place, it's locked.
The park? Where UNATCO has the NSF pinned down?
And if you go underground, he's got laser tripwires, drone guns, military-type stuff, plus there are guards on the roof.
Tell you what, I'll handle Jojo. You stay out of the way until the NSF have pulled back.
I can take care of myself.
You mentioned a smuggler.
Tough guy like you, figured you'd be a big customer.
What's he sell? Weapons? Drugs?
High-priced weapons, yeah, you should talk to him. His place is over near the subway. You have to give him the password Bloodshot or he won't let you in.
So yep, we got the passcode. Now let's get into the tavern. Here we are in the tavern. 2 public access terminals and 2 ATMs. What do we do with those? We hack them open. And the account number is not typical. Hacking. 12.5 credits. Not bad. We have to wait for it for a bit to recharge, so let's access those public terminals. We read that. We've read that. Pathetic. Let's hack this bastard open. How the icebreaker works? You click the hack button and the bar drops down. If the bar drops down to 0, you get locked out and alarm is sprung. We don't want that to happen. The icebreaker recharges over time when it's not used.
Buy ambrosia from a drug dealer?
What can I get you?
You work here, you must know the area. Heard of anyone hiding a large generator?
Not exactly, but if it's anywhere, it's probably in the warehouse district.
Where's that?
A few blocks south, not a bad walk, but the riot police have blocked the roads because of the NSF.
I'd like to check it out.
Well, you may be out of luck. Even though one of the old warehouses faces onto the park, I don't know how you'd get inside.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Something to drink. Everything in the bar, snacks too, just 10 credits.
beer, please.
There you go.
We'll need that one to bribe this guy.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Hey, you look like the vigilante type. What if I said I knew where you could load up on military hardware?
You mean that guy Smuggler across the street?
Already know him, huh? Too bad. Hey, how about I tell you about something you can't hear from anybody else?
What's that?
Area 51. You heard of it, right?
Actually, I'd rather hear whether you know anything about a warehouse with an illicit generator.
I worked out there. Most people think they got aliens from another planet, but I didn't see any flying saucers. You want to hear about it? I'll tell you. For the price of a beer.
What'll it be?
Beer, please.
There you go.
Well, I have two already, so...
What do you have for me?
You can have this beer.
I appreciate it. Yep, I know for a fact it's not just for government research. I've seen all kinds of executives coming and going.
I'm sure plenty of bureaucrats fly out there.
Billionaires. Big executives. I think the whole place has been taken over by a private corporation.
Not likely.
Something's going on underground. I'm a pilot, which means I didn't get any access to the main complex. But a lot of rock comes out of there. It's some kind of mine. But what I don't understand is why they're always laying more fiber optic cables.
A pilot? What do you fly?
Copters. You know what I think? I think that's where the UN moved Echelon 4 back when they promised they were going to stop spying on people.
Surveillance is a very distributed technology. To centralize it in one large facility would be very unusual, even for the UN.
I bet they did it. They want to centralize everything. Every computer on the planet.
Know anything that's worth the price of a beer?
This old bird's had enough. Hell, I'm about to go on duty.
What kind of chopper pilot starts work at midnight?
You're with UNATCO, right?
Why do you ask?
I'm the one that flies your brother Paul to Hong Kong. He told me to watch out for you.
I didn't know UNATCO hired pilots.
The black choppers are run by the NSA to support various classified operations. Pentagon uses them, the CIA. They hired me because I don't ask any questions.
So anyways, we've heard enough of a backstory. It's Area 51. It's the future. We're going to go there at some point. Don't talk to that guy. That's a tip. But anyways, we've done everything that I want to do here. Let's get the heck out. I'm not going to be visiting the free clinic though. Free clinic offers medkits for 300 and automated healthcare program for bots for 2,000.
Denton. Hey, it's Denton.
You want these?
What?
Give him the grenades.
Look, I know he's your brother, but...
Your brother gave us these things. Look at this. Irritation to all exposed mucous membranes. What's that gonna do?
Just tell Paul to give us bullets next time.
Here's one. Prolonged exposure can damage the bronchial pathways. Prolonged exposure? It's like giving them cigarettes or something.
Look, do you want these things?
Didn't know Denton knew a lot about science, but...
Sure, hand him over.
Here you go, with my compliments. Good luck.
Basically, that's the definition of causes irritation, pain, scratching feelings, and the fact that, well, basically stuns them. So let's grab some support. Not really. I'm low on health, as you've noticed. I don't want to risk myself any further. Instead, let's just let them fight each other. Because why the heck not? They're fighting with bloody assault rifles. Just let them shoot each other. Watch what happens. I can stun out the guys that are running because they're on low health. And don't shoot your comrade! Oh, anyways, the area's clear. Let's do Smuggler first. Because why the heck not? Also, medkits. Oh, no, wait. Let's rescue the Rentons first. Oh, rescued one of them. There's usually a guide that says hostage situation, get out of here, we're waiting for an expert. But let's get back in. There's an NSF guy behind the, Mr. Renton, who is in up ahead. Again, no. The account number is not W. It's something 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 dot at. Something dot. 116. Give me the gear. Oops, poor rat. Seriously, anyways, there's a guy behind Mr. Renton. Don't get comfy.
Wait, quiet.
Hey, stop it. Also, I'm near death again, for crying out loud. An augmentation would help. May as well heal up the top.
You alright, Mr. Renton?
Fine, be careful though, they've got more hostages up on the second floor.
I'll check it out. By the way, I saw your daughter down the street. She didn't look so good.
Sandra? Was she coming back to the hotel?
I took care of a thug who was harassing her, but she's still mixed up in some pretty nasty business. You better talk to her.
No more talking. If you see her, tell her I don't care what she's been doing. She can come home. No questions, no speeches.
I'll tell her she can trust you.
So anyways, water. Want. Bit of health. Let's grab that key. More books, in case you are interested. Great shit. Alright, so the next part is quite sensitive. I don't know if things will work out. So, anyways, so there's a ladder on the other side. Jeez. Also, epilepsy warning, in case of you, in case of those that care about that thing. So anyways, climb the ladder. Certainly a better alternative than trying to go the main route, provided that the elevator doors would open. So let's just jump down. Grab the loot that's down here. Multi-tool. Those are bioelectric cells. They're used for the bioelectricity. However, it's not much of a use for me because I'm not going to be using augmentations too much. Rather, not at all. So we need to dive in there. Hit a lot of them. Oh jeez, they've executed both of them. Well, I'm not going to reload. I did what I could. Poor people. Well, at least one of them got saved. So yes, he's talking about this painting, and he says 4321. That's the code. Anyways, look at this. Whoa. Super secret thing. So yeah, it's basically the public net. Let's grab whatever gear he has for us. Any equipment. It's awesome. Now let's get moving. Now sadly you have to be quick with those hostages, which often means you're going for lethal routes. But sadly.
I think that's all of them. You got the guys upstairs?
Yeah, you can have your hotel back.
A hotel. Good. Now we just have to kick these punks out of Manhattan.
My brother Paul's heading up the operation. The NSF won't have New York for long.
That's sure. Anyways, so problematic that the NSF would go any lengths to win, but that's the sad part. Alright, next, the smugglers. Here's his access point.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot.
Now, if you all want to know an interesting glitch, if you die whilst in the elevator shaft going down, you basically respawn with zero health at the bottom, and your body gets up here, duplicated. With all the gear that you had duplicated. Ammunition, everything. Quite funny glitch.
Our files show that the smuggler is whacked out paranoid. Watch for booby traps. And the latest news, your brother's team hit some resistance, so they're gonna be delayed while we bring in chopper support.
That's basically you can slow down. Don't worry. Thing. I'm not going to be wasting multi-tools on this because that can be easily avoided. Oh jeez. I said it, didn't I? Open up. Crying out loud. I might actually need that healthcare program, but
What do you want?
Why the booby traps? Afraid of something?
Just precautions.
Against what?
Government's been having some kind of crackdown all year. People I know, they've been disappearing.
Is that so?
Think it's a big joke? Lift up a grate in the street. They got my friend Ford Schick in a secret lab next to the sewers.
A lab? In the sewers? Maybe he was taken hostage by the NSF.
These guys are pros. Definitely government funded.
Interesting. Maybe I'll take a look. But I think you should have a little more regard for the United States government.
If you're serious about going down there and finding Ford, I'll give you a deal on some hardware. Also, you'll need this. It's the key that can open the sewer manholes.
Tell me about the hardware.
I have a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 2,200 credits, a bioelectric cell for 800, and some light amplification goggles for 3,500.
Too expensive. Maybe I'll try to locate your friend.
also because they're useless. Candy bar? So anyways, we have to use one of our health kits again, for crying out loud. So because I got hurt too much. Cigarettes. So I like smoking. I'm definitely not going to go with the healthcare plan because wasting 2,000 credits is a bit stupid. Especially since Mr. Smuggler has plenty of gear. A mirror. This guy doesn't seem like... I have a better way of cracking this thing. Boom. Also a lockpick. Some flares. Some sort of item. Medkit, weapon modification for clips. That fits on pistols. Let's upgrade stealth pistol then. Let's go save Mr. Ford Schick. Of course, if I didn't lose my health. Jeez. Now it doesn't seem so ridiculous to try to buy that healthcare program. Yes, you. Thank you for wounding me. Actually, you know what? Healthcare program. I'm either way going to get bonus credits from Mr. Mandley for completing these operations. So let's head out the back way instead. Come on. This was the back way she was referring to. I think we can break up the manhole cover. Oh, come on! Alright, maybe the pistol. I don't want to missile this thing, so lockpicks it is. Open. Now, here we have something interesting.
Do something, man. Nothing. I checked his pockets.
No checking pockets without my permission.
Did you see that?
Yes,
It was uncalled for. You mug people great, you need the dough, but you show some respect.
What were they after?
Especially when it's your ally. They came to us. They wanted an underground base.
So those guys were NSF?
Yeah, the NSF gives guns to anybody who wants to fight. A lot of people just take the guns and do what they want.
So the terrorists are based in the subways? The sewers?
They need to move some kind of secret equipment. Our tunnels are like the crossroads.
Tell me how to find this base, and I bet I can get the NSF off your back.
Underworld. Just remember that word when you see Curly. He lets people in.
So yeah, that's quite important. Now let's get out of here. Now come on. There's a way around this bloody fence. Alright, for usage. Oh, come on! I've set up my screenshot thingo to match the bloody function. Frick. There was a battle over here. Anyways, ignore the screenshots. I'm not going to record this just because of screenshots. And yes, I do re-record a lot of missions if I feel that they are not up to certain standards. Let's get into the clinic. Once we're done healing up, we're going to move on. I'd rather be done with this episode. And just looked at my timer. Looks like we're almost out of time. Oh, come on. It would have been quite embarrassing if I would have died from that box. Let's get that healthcare program. I know it's sort of a rip-off, but at the same time, wait a minute.
The riot cops are running scared.
So,
Reminds me of
I forgot about something.
Welcome to Tenderloin Clinic.
One of the doctors can help
the
you.
code, maybe I
Got
will.
a few credits?
You have the plague?
Nah. Cops ran us off the streets. Usually I go into the water tunnels in the warehouse district, but somebody boarded up the window.
You live in a tunnel?
Actually, I like to stay on the roof of this big apartment building. Nice view, if it's not too cold. There's a freight elevator at the end of the tunnel.
Where's that window you were talking about?
It's a basement window in the park south of the hotel.
Let me remember, 2187. Ah, jeez. I don't remember the code, but we will be back with the next episode when I actually remember the code. Yes, I know it's a bit metagaming, but I actually remember the code, and I'm not going to waste 2,000 credits on a stupid healthcare program. Besides, I can just hack this open with multi-tools. So anyways, have fun everyone, and we'll be back soon enough.